నీకు లింక్ పంపించాను
నువ్వు పంపినావని ఏది
కింద
ఇదే ఓకేనా
వస్తుంది.
Is it visible? Hope everything is visible to you. Is video clear to everyone? If it is clear, I will start the class now. First of all, happy Shivaratri to one and all, those who are here. Is video clear to everyone? Happy Shivaratri to all, and let me start final accounts. So here actually final accounts are prepared at the end of the year. Final accounts means it is nothing but trading account, profit and loss account and balance sheet. So these three are known as final accounts. Okay. So here whenever we prepare final accounts, we are going to follow one format, and in every time wherever you prepare final accounts, you follow one format where the items are very more. Okay, more number of items are there, but here I will give you less number of items which actually are going to appear every time in the examination, so that we can learn format along with one problem and solution today, so that you are going to get good marks in the final examination. So let us go and learn what actually is a format. I already told you that final accounts means it is nothing but three accounts, combination of three accounts: trading account, profit and loss account and balance sheet. So three accounts are there, and in every account we are going to record some items. So what actually we are going to write, those items you should remember, then it is very easy to you to learn final accounts. So here you have format of trading account now. Okay, so what columns you have to draw? In case of trading account, you should draw particulars, amount, particulars, amount. These are the columns that you should draw. Okay, so you can see here on the screen trading account columns. On the top you have to mention DR and CR. So what items regularly comes in trading account as well as in profit and loss account? Let us know that. Let us discuss that, so that it will become very easy for you to do final accounts. So in trading account, always you are going to write on the debit side first item, that is opening stock. So opening stock you are going to write on the debit side first always. Let us write opening stock. Okay, so I will write opening stock on the debit side to opening stock we should write opening stock first, and in amount column we have to record amount. Whatever amount is given in the question, that we are going to write on the debit side. And after this, second item always is purchases. So from purchases we are going to deduct purchase returns. If purchase returns are not there, then you write only purchases. If purchase returns are given in the question, then deduct purchase returns from purchases and then you record it. Okay, how to write it, I will show that. I will show how to write purchases and purchase returns. Here, next item is 2 purchases minus purchase returns. Let us record that. 2, always debit side whatever we write, we should start with 2. Okay, so 2, T always is a capital letter. 2 purchases and this amount we are going to write inside only. Whatever purchase we have, so you write inside. Okay, inside you show that amount whenever you record any solution. Okay, so next under that minus, we should write minus because purchase returns always we should deduct from purchases. So minus purchase returns and whatever amount is given in the question, that you record here, purchase returns amount. Okay, so then what you will do, after deducting purchase returns from purchases, you will get one value. Suppose purchases amount is 5,000, purchase returns amount is 500. From 5,000 if you deduct 500, you will get 4,500. You should record 4,500 in the amount column. Okay, hope this is clear for everyone. So after writing this, next what we are going to do is, we are going to move to the credit side, because after writing these items we will move to credit side and we will record first item on the credit side. Always first item on the credit side is sales. Sales is the first item on the credit side, but whenever you start any item on the credit side, you should record, you should start with the buy. Always we should start with the buy. Okay, so buy, sales, by sales account, otherwise by sales you can write. And what is the sales amount, that should be recorded. If they give 6,000 sales, you have to write 6,000, but here I am writing XXX because this is a format. Okay, so you should write XXX here because this is a format. And next, if sales returns are given in any question, you should deduct sales returns from sales always. If suppose sales returns are not given, you write only sales, but these are compulsory items for every question, so we should write it compulsorily. So minus sales returns. Okay, so sales returns amount we should write here inside and you should deduct it. If you deduct sales returns from sales, then you will get one value that should be recorded in amount column, students. Suppose sales 6,000, sales returns 1,000. From 6,000 rupees you deduct 1,000, you will get 5,000. So you should write 5,000 in the amount column, but here I am writing XXX. For all amounts I am here writing only XXX because this is a format. Whenever we do problem, we take the values from the question. So let us go to next item. On the credit side, next compulsory item is closing stock. Closing stock, in most of the cases it will be available in adjustments in the question. Okay, in question, in case of final accounts, what they give for question, trial balance will be given, and under that some adjustments will be given. So this closing stock always is available in the adjustments. You should take the closing stock from adjustment and you should record. Okay, so second item is closing stock. Always second item is closing stock here in the trading account credit side. Let us write that by closing stock. Okay, so amount we should record in the amount column. Closing stock amount we will record in the amount column. Hope this is clear for everyone. Okay, so these are two compulsory items that we record here. And next, let us go to next item. So after recording these two items, debit side and credit side, what actually we will record and which side? In trading account, next the items will appear on the debit side only. Okay, so all expenses we are going to write. Which kind of expenses? Factory related expenses. We are going to record factory related expenses. But there are so many factory related expenses. All are available in the format. I will give you format. Okay, I will mention that also, complete format later. But here I will just discuss with you what are the main items that you have to remember while preparing trading account, and the items regularly appears in the examination. Let me give the item names here. Okay, so here debit side we are going to write some expenditure in trading account. What expenditure, what kind of expenditure, what are the names of the items of expenses? Let me discuss all this. So debit side, only debit side some items will appear. What are those items? First, debit side is two wages. Two wages is regular item, students. Wages is a regular item that appears always in the examination. Okay, wages we will record in the amount column. And next item is after wages. Wages is factory related expenses, because wages are paid to the labor who are working in the factory. Okay, so next item is 2 carriage. Carriage is nothing but transport charges. Okay, so this is a regular item that you should remember compulsorily. And next item is 2 carriage inwards. So carriage inwards also is a regular item that comes. Carriage inwards. So you should remember all these items, because regularly these items are going to appear in the examination. Next item is 2 factory rent. Any item related to factory, if they give in the question factory rent, factory expenses, factory supervisor salary, so all will appear here in trading account debit side only. Factory related items always appears in trading account debit side. Hope this is clear. Everyone try to remember that point. So factory rent, not only factory rent, factory expenses, okay, factory supervisor salary, factory manager salary, all will appear here. If you see the word factory, immediately you record in the trading account debit side. Okay, so let me take next one. Next item that comes regularly here is import duties, and next item is coal, gas, water. Coal, gas and water. Okay, so these all we use in the factory only. So that is why these all are factory related expenses. We should record here only. Okay, so coal, gas and water. And next if like this I will tell you, but here I am not going to write because these are very important items that regularly appears. Remaining items are manufacturing expenses, octroi, clearing charges, factory supervisor salary. Okay, so these all are going to appear on the debit side of trading account. And next, credit side, you remember these two items whatever we recorded, sales and sales returns. Okay, and next one is closing stock. These are regular items. And next, after this, after recording these trading account items, we have to total it. So suppose debit side total is less, then you will get gross profit. So debit side you should write gross profit. Okay, gross profit is a answer in trading account always. And when we will write gross profit, if the amount is less on debit side. Okay, to gross profit. You can mention carry down. Otherwise you can write to gross profit also. Both are okay. Okay, that is the answer. When we will write gross profit on the debit side, if amount is less on the debit side. If amount is less on the debit side, then we are going to write gross profit. For example, credit side total is 20,000. Debit side total is 15,000. Credit side total is more. So both the sides in totals you should write credit side amount only. Okay. So the 20,000 we are going to write both the sides, and debit side you should move and you should write 5,000 rupees. 20,000 minus 15,000, 5,000 you will get. You should write for gross profit on the debit side. Okay. And sometimes the amount is less on credit side also. If suppose credit side amount is less, you should go to credit side and you should record that balance amount on the credit side. Suppose debit side amount is 20,000, credit side amount is 15,000, and amount is less on credit side. We will move to credit side and we will record on the credit side only. That is answer. But whatever whenever we get balance less on credit side, we should name it as gross loss. Remember that it is gross loss. Okay. So whenever we start recording any item on the credit side, we should start with the word by. So by gross loss carried down. By gross loss carried down. Okay. So this is the answer on the credit side. But both we don't get at a time. Both we don't get at a time. We may get either gross profit or gross loss. Any one. And if we get gross profit, we will get debit side because amount will be less on debit side. If we get gross loss, we will get on credit side because amount is less on credit side. Okay, so these are the minimum number of items that are going to appear regularly in trading account. Hope this is clear for everyone. And what other items are going to appear on the debit side apart from this? I just now I discussed. I'll repeat those again. Octroi, clearing charges, freight charges, dog dues, factory supervisor salary, factory manager salary. Okay, so these all are other items that comes regularly here on the debit side. But the items whatever I mentioned, if you learn those items first, the solution becomes easy for you. So these are minimum number of items that you should learn. Okay, so this is a format of trading account. Hope this is clear. Let us go and discuss profit and loss account format. Next balance sheet. Next I will discuss one solution also today. So let me discuss profit and loss account format. This is a profit and loss account format. That is particulars amount, particulars amount. On the top you should mention profit and loss account. If you want to mention the date, then you can add one more sentence here. Profit and loss account for the year ending. Date, whatever is given in the question, that you can write here. But here if you want to write only profit and loss account, that is also fine. Okay, so let us let us prepare this profit and loss account, and let us learn what actually are the items that are going to appear in profit and loss account. Okay, so here whenever we actually prepare the profit and loss account, first we should record the date. Okay, so but on the top we should mention the date if it is given in the question. But if you write only profit and loss account, then it is also fine. Okay, and here debit side and credit side, what items you are going to write first in the profit and loss account? You are going to write first in the profit and loss account answer of the trading account. Here you see what are the answers of trading account. You can see here, I will show what are the answers of trading account here. These are gross profit and gross loss. So we are going to write gross profit and gross loss in the profit and loss account first. But in every solution we get any one, and whatever we get, that should be recorded in the profit and loss account. So let us record that now. But where we will write? In the trading account, gross profit comes on the debit side, but in the profit and loss account we will record on the credit side. Opposite side we should write whenever we brought down. Gross profit actually is the answer in the trading account, that appears on the debit side, but in profit and loss account we are going to write on the credit side. Okay, so let me write it. Credit side by gross profit brought down. You should say brought down because we are bringing it down, and the amount whatever we are getting as gross profit in trading account, that should be recorded here. And next is, suppose if you get gross loss there, you should record on debit side here in the profit and loss account. Let me write here debit side to gross loss account or gross loss brought down. Amount column we should write amount. Whatever we are getting in trading account, that should be recorded here. Hope this is clear for everyone. Okay, so next we should know the items what actually comes in the profit and loss account. In profit and loss account we record the items actually related to office expenses and selling and distribution expenses. And debit side we record only expenses, students. Debit side we write expenses, credit side we write incomes. Always remember, in profit and loss account, debit side means this side, left side. Okay, so we record only expenses. Debit side we record expenses, and credit side we record all incomes. Okay, so here what are the incomes then? What kind of incomes we have? In every question, if they give you received, rent received, interest received, discount received, okay, commission received, those all are incomes. You should write on credit side of profit and loss account. So let me write all those now. By commission received, amount column XXX, and next by rent received, amount column XXX, next by discount received, XXX in amount column, and next one is interest received, interest received. Okay, these are general incomes that appears in the profit and loss account credit side. Okay, remember all this: commission received, rent received, discount received, interest received. So these all are known as incomes, and we are going to record on the credit side. Yeah, I will tell how to total and how to get net profit also. Okay, so I will give PDFs everything, and whenever I explain any question and solution, I will give PDF also. First, here I am explaining formats. I'll give formats also in the form of PDFs. I will mention in the comment box, so you can collect it later, students. Okay, so here, and debit side, we are going to write all expenses. What kind of expenses we record? Office related expenses and selling related expenses. We are going to write office related expenses and selling related expenses. Okay, so let us write that. What kind of items are there? Let us write it. 2 salaries. So these are compulsory and regular items that are going to appear as expenditure. So you should concentrate and you should remember all these items. Yeah, I told Shivashankar, somebody have given a comment. Shivashankar, I replied already. So what you asked, how to calculate net profit, I will tell that also. You wait, I will tell that also. And here you said that whether I will provide PDFs or not, I will provide all that. Okay, so salaries is a one item that we are going to record on the debit side. And next item is 2 postage charges. Postage charges also we record here. Okay, and next, these are regular items, students. There are so many items, but these are regular items that you should know compulsorily whenever you prepare profit and loss account, so that it will be useful for you while preparing profit and loss account. You can identify the item easily. Next item, 2 printing and stationery. In amount column XXX. Next item, these are compulsory items you should remember. Then it will your solution becomes very easy. You should remember these compulsory items, and there are so many items, and you can remember it later. But if you want to start final accounts, you should remember minimum number of items so that you can understand the solution. Salaries, postage charges, printing and stationery, these all are going to appear in profit and loss account debit side. And profit and loss account debit side, we record only expenses. What kind of expenses? Office related expenses and selling related expenses. Credit side, we record incomes, only incomes. What kind of incomes? Here I mentioned few incomes, and whenever you observe in any question, received, okay, commission received, rent received, like that, immediately you can record in profit and loss account credit side. So next, after printing and stationery, next item is 2 discount allowed. Next, 2 insurance. Insurance also appears in the profit and loss account debit side only. Insurance. Next, 2 advertisement expenses. Advertisement expenses. Okay, we should record whatever amount is given in the question, but here I am writing XXX. Next item, 2 selling expenses, amount column XXX. Next, to bad debts. Bad debts also we should record here. Okay, so next the other item is to we recorded salaries, postage charges, printing and stationery, discount allowed, insurance, okay, selling expenses, bad debts. These are regular items that we should remember. And next one is legal expenses, next one is carriage. Carriage is important here because it appears regularly in the examination. So you may get carriage related items 3: carriage, carriage inwards, carriage outwards. If you get carriage, you record in the trading account debit side. If you get carriage inwards, you record in trading account debit side only. If you get carriage outwards in the question, you should record in profit and loss account debit side. Carriage outwards, always profit and loss account debit side. Okay, so this is the next item, carriage outwards. Next, to commission paid. Next, to rent, rates and taxes. Okay, these are some other items. So you should remember these items, minimum number of items, so that you can do solution easily. There are so many other items also, but if you want to do solution easily to some extent, so these are minimum and compulsory items that you should remember. Then you can do solution perfectly and easily. Okay, so this is a profit and loss account format, and these are the items that are going to appear. Whenever you prepare profit and loss account, you should remember one point. Debit side we should write first answer of the trading account. Credit side also we have to record answer of the trading account, but both we are not going to get at a time. Any one, whatever we get in trading account, that should be recorded in profit and loss account first. Okay, if you get trading account, in trading account gross profit, you record on the credit side of profit and loss account by gross profit. Here I have shown, you can see, by gross profit brought down. You should record first that one. Suppose in trading account you are getting gross loss, so you record here in profit and loss account on debit side. Okay, to gross loss brought down. After recording these two items, then what you are going to do? You are going to write credit side all incomes, debit side expenses. Which kind of expenses? Office expenses and selling related expenses. Factory related expenses we record in trading account debit side. Okay, what are the names of those for office related and selling related expenses? Here I mentioned few which are very important expenses on the debit side. Okay, after recording all these items, then what you have to do is you have to balance the profit and loss account. How to balance profit and loss account? You should check the totals always. Credit side total, if you do totals of this credit side values, okay, so suppose you are getting 50,000, credit side total is 50,000 for example, and debit side total is, if you do debit side totals, okay, suppose you are getting 45,000, credit side 50,000, debit side 45,000. Then what you are going to do is, you are going to record both the sides in totals more amount. What is the more amount here? 50,000. So you are going to write in totals both the sides more amount 50,000, and then you are going to move on to the less amount side. Where we have less amount? Debit side. So we will record debit side to net profit. That is the answer in profit and loss account. To net profit. Okay. If amount is less on debit side, we are going to get net profit. You can mention net profit carried on. Otherwise, you can mention net profit. Both are okay. You should mention amount in the amount column. And sometimes amount will be less on credit side. If credit side amount is lesser, then we should record credit side net profit. Net loss. Okay, we will record net loss on the credit side. Okay, so because if you get less amount on the debit side, we will call it as a net profit. If you get less amount on the credit side, we will call it as a net loss. Net loss carried down. Okay, but we don't get both at a time. Any one we will get, either net profit or net loss. If amount is less on debit side, we will record answer on the debit side, that is net profit. If amount is less on credit side, we will record credit side net loss. Okay, so any one we will get, because amount will be less on any one side, another side it will be more amount, we will record both the sides in totals. Okay, so this is how actually we record totals as well as balancing of this account and items of this profit and loss account. Very important items. These are very important items that you should remember while preparing profit and loss account, because there are more number of items. You can't remember all those. If you want to learn how to prepare profit and loss account, trading account and balance sheet, these items are compulsory to remember. Let us go and discuss profit and loss account format also. Balance sheet format also. Let us learn how to prepare balance sheet. So these are the columns of balance sheet, students. These are the columns of balance sheet. So if you want to prepare balance sheet, you have to remember assets and liabilities list. Then only you can prepare balance sheet. Then only it will be easy for you to prepare balance sheet, because in balance sheet we are going to record liabilities and assets. So you should know what are the assets for the business organization and what are the liabilities for the business organization. Then it will become easy for you to prepare this balance sheet. Okay, so I will show you here what actually are the assets and which assets you have to remember compulsorily, and what are the liabilities list. What are the columns first of all that we draw in case of balance sheet? Liabilities, amount. Next, assets, amount. You can see on the top. So here I mentioned liabilities, amount, assets, amount on the top. These are the columns of balance sheet. On the top of the pro forma you should write balance sheet. Suppose if you want to write the date, if it is mentioned in the question, you can add one line for the balance sheet. You can write on the top balance sheet as on. You can mention balance sheet as on. Date also you can mention, which is given in the question. If you don't want to write any dates, then you can write balance sheet. That's enough. And what are assets and what are liabilities? Let us take liabilities first. So always sundry creditor is one of the liability. Sundry creditors are one of the liability that you should remember whenever you prepare this balance sheet. Sundry creditors. And amount in amount column. Next liability is bank overdraft. Bank overdraft also is very important liability that you should remember compulsorily. Amount column we are going to write amount, but here I am mentioning XXX because this is a format. Next, bills payable. Bills payable also is one liability which you have to remember compulsorily when you prepare balance sheet. And next, bank loan. Any bank loan, if any bank loan is given in any question, that is a liability because businessman is taking that loan. So you should record on liabilities side. Okay. So after this, outstanding expenses always appears on the liability side only. Outstanding expenses, that is also one of the liability. Outstanding expenses, we should record in amount column. Outstanding expenses means business has to pay but it did not pay, and that became outstanding. Suppose 10,000 rupees salaries business has to pay, 8,000 only it paid, 2,000 is called outstanding. We should show on liabilities side that outstanding salaries. All outstanding expenses we will show on liabilities side. Okay, next, incomes received in advance. Incomes received in advance also we will show in liabilities. That is one of the liability. So these are very important liabilities, and capital also is one of the liability. And how to record capital here in the balance sheet? Capital should be recorded along with some adjustments. Capital should be recorded along with some adjustments, because some adjustments are there for capital. What adjustments? Adjustments means what? Some we are going to add, some we are going to deduct. What we are going to add, what we are going to deduct here in the balance sheet on the liability side to capital. Let me take capital here. We will take capital first and then adjustments. It's adjustments. Capital and it's adjustments. Okay. So let me take capital here first. Capital. Whenever we record any adjustments for capitals, what we should do is we should record capital amount as well as its adjustments amounts inside. Inside means in the liabilities column. Okay, because we are providing only one amount column, it is not necessary to provide two amount columns on the liability side. One is enough, because we will have adjustments only for capital. So always net profit should be added to capital. Remember that point. Net profit always we should add to capital. We are going to add net profit to capital. So we will record that amount under the capital amount. So where we get net profit? Net profit we get in the profit and loss account. Net profit is answer in the profit and loss account. If we balance the profit and loss account, we get net profit. That should be taken from profit and loss account, and we should record here in the balance sheet under the capital, and we should add to capital. Net profit always should be added to capital. Okay. So if we add that, then we will get one value. If we add that, we will get one value. I am mentioning here XXX only. Okay. And after that, suppose if we get net loss should be deducted, ma. We may get net profit or net loss, any one we will get. If we get net profit, we will add. If we get net loss, we will deduct. Okay. We may get net profit or net loss in the profit and loss account, and whatever we get, we should adjust here. If you get net profit in the profit and loss account, what you do? You add to capital. If you get net loss, what you do? You deduct from capital. But any one we get, not both, either net profit or net loss, any one we get. So after deducting this net loss, we will get one value. I am just mentioning by XXX because we are not recording any values here. It is just a format. Next, interest on capital. If you have any interest on capital anywhere in the question, what we have to do is we have to add that. Interest on capital should be added here to the capital. Interest on capital. We should add. Whatever amount is mentioned in the question, that should be taken here. Okay. If it is not there, don't add here. if any interest on capital is given in any question, then only you adjust here. If it is not given in the question, don't record here. Hope this is clear. If we add that, then we will get one value. So I am writing XXX. Next, interest on drawings. If suppose interest on drawings are given in any question, we have to deduct it. Interest on drawings we should deduct always from capital. So interest on drawings. We should deduct it. Okay, so whatever value we get after deducting, that will be recorded in amount column. So we will record that in the amount column. Okay, so these are the adjustments related to capital. From where actually adjustments started, after writing capital, net profit we added, net loss if we have, we are deducting, interest on capital we are adding. Remember, interest on capital we should add, interest on drawings we should deduct. Drawings also we should deduct. Not only interest on drawings, drawings also we should deduct. Remember that point. Okay, drawings, interest on drawings, both we are going to deduct from capital, and interest on capital we are going to add. Here I am not writing, but drawings and interest on drawings, both we are going to deduct from capital. Okay, so if you want, I will just mention drawings, because interest on drawings will appear less number of times, but drawings appears regularly. But both we have to deduct. Both we have to deduct from capital. Here we have to deduct. I am not mentioning, but you have to deduct. Okay, drawings or interest on drawings, remember that both we are going to deduct here. Interest on capital we are going to add, and whatever amount we get after doing that calculation, that will be recorded in the amount column. And these are list of assets that you should remember whenever you prepare balance sheet. Next, what are the assets? So there are so many assets, but very important assets are, first one is land and buildings. First one is land and buildings. So amount we should record in amount column. Next one is plant and machinery. So whenever you write in balance sheet, don't write to and by, because this is not account. We did not mention DR and CR. You just write the item names. That's it. And amounts in the amount column. Don't start with to on the debit side. Don't start with by on the credit side, because we don't have debit and credit here. We have only liabilities, amount, assets, amount. This is just a sheet. This is not account. Don't write account. It is balance sheet. That's it. Don't write DR, CR here. Don't write to and by. Okay, and next asset is plant and machinery. These are very important assets. Regularly we will get in the examination. Next, furniture and fittings. Furniture and fittings, this is another asset, another type of asset. Next one is motor van. If any motor van is given in any question, not only motor van, any vehicle, okay, any vehicle is asset. So motor van also is asset. Sometimes they mention in the examination motor van, so remember that it is asset. Motor van, computer, car, any vehicle is an asset for the business. Next, sundry debtors. This is also one of the asset for the business, sundry debtors. And next one, bills receivable. Amount column, amount. Next, cash in hand. Next, cash at bank. Okay, these all are assets. Cash in hand, cash at bank, these all are assets. Okay, so land and buildings, plant and machinery, furniture and fittings, motor, vans, sundry debtors. Next one is closing stock. Amount in the amount column. Next, after this, investments. Investments also is one of the asset. Okay, so apart from this, we have some assets like goodwill, copyrights, patents. I will mention few assets here. Patents, next one copyrights, okay, these are some assets. Patents, copyrights, trademarks, goodwill, these all are assets, but these patents and copyrights will be repeated so many, most of the times these items may be repeated, chance is there. That is why I mentioned only 2 items, and more number of items are there. I will mention those pro forma, complete pro forma in the form of PDF in the comment section. You can refer that, but here I am giving only list of all the items which you have to remember compulsorily. Okay, so next, prepaid expenses. Prepaid expenses. Prepaid expenses is asset. And accrued incomes are outstanding incomes. Accrued or outstanding incomes. This is income, not expenditure. Accrued or outstanding incomes. So that is also asset. Okay, these are compulsory assets that you have to remember. So after this, you should do totals, and total should be same always. Okay, so total should be same, then only your solution is correct in the examination. And if you get same total both the sides, asset side as well as liability side, we can say that your solution is correct. Okay, hope this is clear. And these are minimum number of items you should remember whenever you do final accounts. Okay, so I will show all these pro formas once, and it will be easy for you to copy later, and I will explain one question and solution also. Let me show all the pro formas one by one. This is trading account format, and here I mentioned minimum number of items you should remember while learning final accounts. There are so many other items also, but these are important items that I mentioned here. Okay, and you should learn all these items compulsorily, then your solution becomes very simple and easy. And next, I will show you profit and loss account also. Yeah, here you can see it clearly. This is a trading account format. So many items are there. I will give all the items with the complete format of trading profit and loss account balance sheet in PDF. Okay, under this video you can go through that, but these are compulsory and important items, you should learn it. So this is a trading account format. I will show profit and loss account next one. This is a profit and loss account, and compulsory and important items, and regularly these items may appear in the examination also. Okay, next, balance sheet. This is a balance sheet format. Let us go and discuss one solution here. So this is one question, but if you want to do any solution of preparing final accounts, you should know formats first, then it will become easy for you to do final accounts. Okay, this is a question. So how they give question here in the final examination, or whenever you want to prepare final accounts, they will ask you. You can see on the top, they mention clearly here. what they mention here, I think you can see everything is visible. So what they mention here, from, I'm reading question, you can see that, from the following trial balance, prepare final accounts of Satish Traders. So they are asking us to prepare final accounts of Satish Traders. So final accounts means we should prepare trading account, profit and loss account and balance sheet. We should draw columns for all that. So I kept all the columns ready. You can see trading account columns are ready, profit and loss account columns are ready, and balance sheet columns are ready. So you too have to draw in that way all the columns, then your problem becomes easy. First you have to draw columns. Okay, and here they mention the date 31st March 2018. So on the date we are going to prepare final accounts. Always on the closing day we prepare final accounts, and 31st March 2018 is a closing day for this business organization. So here they always give trial balance in the question. You can see here on the top they mention trial balance. So this is a trial balance. Debit side some items are there and credit side some items are there. Okay, so many items are given here. Debit side items, credit side items. Remember one point, whenever you are going to write these debit side items in our final accounts, there are chances to appear only debit side in the final accounts. All these debit side items will appear in the debit side only. Okay, so in trading account debit side or in profit and loss account debit side, but in the balance sheet chances are there to appear on asset side. Okay, so these debit side items, students, whatever are given here on the debit side, these all debit side items will appear either in the trading account debit side or in the profit and loss account debit side or in the balance sheet on asset side. Okay, remember that, asset side. So these items will appear any one side, means under any one out of these three, either in trading account debit side, profit and loss account debit side, or balance sheet asset side. And credit side items, you have credit side also some items. Here we have credit side some items. So these credit side items, these all items, okay, credit side items, we may chances are there to appear either in trading account credit side, profit and loss account credit side, or balance sheet liability side. It will appear any of the three sides, either trading account credit side, profit and loss account credit side, or balance sheet liabilities side. Remember that point. And we should not show any other side, only these three sides. So we should show these credit side items either in trading account credit side, profit and loss account credit side, or balance sheet liabilities side. Okay, hope that is clear. And next what we are going to do is these adjustments. We are going to look into the adjustments. Here we have some adjustments under the trial balance. You can see down there are some adjustments I am taking here. Okay, so adjustments will appear 2 times in the final accounts. Always all adjustments will appear 2 times in the final accounts. Second time compulsorily it will appear in the balance sheet. First time it may appear either in trading account or in profit and loss account, but second time it will appear compulsorily in the balance sheet. Hope that is clear for everyone. Okay, so trial balance items, these all items, debit items and credit items, this will appear only one time in the final accounts, but adjustment items will appear how many times? 2 times. Okay, these adjustments items will appear 2 times in the final accounts, where we show second time compulsorily in the balance sheet, first time either in trading account or in profit and loss account. Remember that point. Okay, so let us record all these one by one in our final accounts, and let us prepare final accounts problem. So first, whenever you are going to prepare final accounts, first you should see question once, then you have to go to solution and you should draw all the columns, trading account columns, profit and loss account columns, and balance sheet columns. You have to keep all this ready. Then you have to start with the trading account. Our first account is trading account. So we are going to trading account now. Move to trading account, and always in trading account first we should record debit side 2 items, credit side 2 items. We should take it from question And if those are available in the question, first record those items here in the trading account, debit side as well as credit side. Let us record that. So as I said already, in trading account debit side, first item is opening stock. Just now I discussed with you format. So first item is uh, opening stock. Let us search whether we have opening stock or not in the question. So you can see here, first item is opening stock only here. We have opening stock. Hope this is clear for everyone. First item is opening stock. Okay, so opening stock we are going to record in trading account now. So after opening stock we will record purchases. Do we have purchases here? Yes, purchase also are there. So let us write first opening stock, then we will go to purchases. Opening stock, how much we have here? We have 1000 rupees. Let us record that. To opening stock in amount column 1000 rupees. Okay, I recorded 1000 rupees in amount column. So next item is, let us go to question. What we record actually next? Purchases. I told while explaining formats, second item always is what? Purchases. You can see here, purchases is the second item, and purchase returns we have to deduct. Purchases we should write and purchase returns we should deduct from purchases. Okay, this is according to format. And let us go to our question and let us check whether we have purchases and purchase returns or not. Let us go to our question. Do we have purchases here? Yes, purchases are there. Here we have purchases. You can see purchases are there. Okay, here we have purchases. How much amount? 11,000. Purchases are 11,000. And purchase returns always will be appearing on credit side. Okay, in the trial balance, if you have any returns on the credit side, those are known as purchase returns. Remember, always purchase returns will appear on credit side. Is the question clear for everyone? Hope that is not clear. Question is not visible, I think. Can you see the question? Anyone? So wait, I will see whether it is visible or not. I think it is not visible to you. Hope this is clear now a little bit. Once tell me everyone, is it clear or not? So I can see, but this is not visible to you all, I think. Is it visible now? Yeah, I think, can you see now? Anyone tell me, can you see question now? Is it clear to you? Yeah, I think you can see it now. Okay. So let me discuss now. Opening stock we recorded. We recorded already. And next item is what we are going to write regarding purchases. Purchases are available here in the question. We have purchases, okay, purchases are there, and purchase returns, whatever returns are appearing on the credit side, they are known as purchase returns. You can see purchase returns on the credit side, purchase on the debit side. So purchases are 11,000 students, and purchase returns are 800. Purchase returns are 800. Purchases are 11,000. Okay, I will zoom it. Wait. Is it okay now? Shall I discuss? Yeah, I think it is okay. It is fine now. You can see. Okay. Let me discuss now. So purchases 11,000 and purchase returns are 800. So both we are going to take now, purchases and purchase returns. So purchases are 11,000, purchase returns are 800. Let us record that. Two purchases 11,000 inside. You should mention this amount inside. Purchase returns we are going to deduct under purchases. So we will deduct that. And how much they have given here? 800. We will write 800. And if you deduct that, how much you are going to get? You are going to get 10,200. So I am writing in the amount column 10,200. Okay. So purchases minus purchase returns, both we recorded. Let us go to next item. Next item is according to format. What is our format here? I have shown already. Credit side we should move now. Credit side we should write sales and sales returns. Sales we have to write and sales returns we should deduct from that. But let us search whether we have sales and sales returns in our question or not. Always sales where we write in the trading account credit side. So it will be available in the question also on the credit side. We have to see that. Okay. So you can see here it will be available in the credit side of our question. So sales, you can see on the credit side we have it. First item, sales. First item, it is how much? 20,000. First item sales, it is 20,000. Okay. So and next debit side sales returns will be appearing. Debit side, if you observe, we have one return, that is sales returns. Here we have one return, that is sales returns. So sales minus sales returns. So we will deduct sales 20,000, sales returns 1,000. We will deduct here in our solution. We will record on the credit side and we will deduct. Okay, let us record that. By sales sales 20,000, sales returns 1,000. So where we write inside, under that we deduct sales returns. Sales returns we have, you can see sales returns 1,000. So we will record 1,000 here. And if we deduct 1,000 from 20,000, we will get one value. That is how much? 19,000. So 19,000 is the amount that we are going to write in the amount column after deducting sales returns from sales. Okay, and next item on the credit side is closing stock according to our format, but closing stock always will be appearing in the adjustments. Let us go to adjustments and let us check. Okay, if you see the adjustments, see here we have adjustments down. So closing stock, first adjustment is what? Closing stock only. Closing stock, how much we have? We have here closing stock 2,100. Here you can see closing stock 2,100. Let us record that closing stock in the trading account credit side as a second item. So closing stock, whenever you write in the final account, since that is given in adjustments, you should record 2 times. One time in trading account credit side, second time, always adjustments appear second time in the balance sheet. So we should record second time in the balance sheet on asset side, because closing stock is a asset. Let us go and record that. First we will record in trading account. In trading account we will record on credit side by closing stock 2,100. And next second time where we write, we record in the balance sheet, where asset side. So let us record in the balance sheet on asset side. Closing stock, amount column 2,100. Okay, so 2 times adjustments always should be recorded 2 times, students. Closing stock is an adjustment which appears first time in the trading account, second time in the balance sheet. All adjustments second time it will appear in the balance sheet only. So second time we recorded in the balance sheet under assets closing stock 2,100. So let us go to next item now. This is the trading account that we prepared, and let us go to next item. This is our question. And what we recorded already, we recorded some items. What we recorded? Purchases. Okay, we recorded purchases, opening stock, and next this closing stock. Okay, sales returns, all this we recorded. And now we are going to record some items, and we are going to follow our this question. Okay, yeah, now you can see. After recording debit side 2 items, credit side 2 items, we are going to follow the question from the beginning, and each one item we are going to take, and each one item we are going to record in the final accounts wherever actually it appears. So first item already we recorded. First item opening stock we recorded. Already we recorded that. And second item is cash in hand. You can see second item. What is the second item here? Second item is a cash in hand. Okay. Now cash in hand we have to record. This is the second item. Cash in hand. So where we write cash in hand? Cash in hand is asset. So we should write under asset side. Let us go and record under assets. Cash in hand, how much we have? It is 6,000 rupees. So we will write 6,000 in the balance sheet. Let us go and record in the balance sheet. cash in hand. In amount column 6,000. Next, let us go to question and let us see next item. Next item is cash at bank. Cash at bank is how much here? We have 1500. Cash at bank. Next item is cash at bank, students, and how much we have here? We have 1500. You can see 1500 here. Okay, so cash at bank also is one of the asset. Just now I discussed in the formats, I said that it is asset and we should record under assets. Cash at bank 1500. Let us go and record 1500 in the balance sheet. Cash at bank, amount column 1500. Next, after this let us move to next item. And our next item, what is the next item here? Next item is purchases. Purchases already we recorded. Just now we recorded purchases, opening stock, purchase return, sales returns, these all we recorded. Okay, finished. And next item is wages. So whenever we record wages, we should see whether we have any adjustment or not related to wages. If we have any adjustment, we should follow the adjustment and we should record adjustment also along with the item. So let us see whether we have any adjustment for wages or not. So if you see last adjustment, fifth adjustment is related to wages only. You can see last adjustment, fifth one, that is related to wages only. Okay, so here fifth adjustment, hope that is clear. Prepaid wages, prepaid wages are there. Okay, prepaid wages 500. So prepaid wages we are going to write along with the wages, that is 500. So let us go and record what are wages here. Wages amount is how much here? Wages amount is 3000. If you see, wages amount is 3000 and we are going to write those 3000 and adjustments prepaid wages 500. Both we are going to write. Let us take that. Okay, wages 3000. Where we write wages, students? In trading account. Let us record in trading account. 2 wages. So wages, how much we have here? You see, wages 3000 and prepaid wages 500. Let us record both. 3000 and prepaid wages. Prepaid always we have to deduct from the related item. Outstanding we should add. So prepaid we are going to deduct here, minus prepaid wages 500. If we deduct this 500, we will get 2500. Okay, so 2500 I am writing directly in the amount column. If you want to write, you can write inside also once, otherwise you can record in the amount column. And prepaid wages are given in adjustments. Any item if it is given in adjustments, we should record second time in the balance sheet compulsorily. So prepaid always will appear under assets. Let us record under assets. Prepaid wages 500. Next, we will go to our question. Adjustment we recorded 2 times. So let us go to our question now. Okay, so here if you go to our question, wages we completed, wages we finished, and what is the next item that we have to take? Returns also we finished already. Okay, returns, debits and returns are nothing but those are sales returns. We recorded already sales returns, so we are not going to take that sales returns now because already we finished entering that. Next item is carriage inwards. So where we take carriage, I told at the beginning of the class, carriage related items 3 are there. Carriage we show in trading account debit side. Carriage inwards we show in trading account debit side. carriage outwards we record in profit and loss account debit side. Okay, so here we have carriage inwards, carriage outwards, both are there. Carriage inwards we will record in trading account debit side. That is how much? 1000 rupees is there. Okay, 1000 rupees we will record now. Let us go and record in our trading account. So trading account debit side. To carriage inwards. How much carriage inwards we have here? 1000 rupees. Let us record 1000 in the amount column. Okay, so we recorded carriage inwards also. Let us go to our question. So after carriage inwards, what we have here? We have next item, that is carriage outwards. Okay, so carriage outwards, how much we have? 500 rupees. Carriage outwards, where we record? We record in profit and loss account debit side. Let us go and record in profit and loss account debit side. But whenever we record any item on the debit side of profit and loss account, first we should leave some space for the answer which we brought down from trading account. So debit side I am writing to carriage outwards. What is the amount here? Carriage outwards amount 500. So let us record that 500 in the amount column. Okay, so these are the items that we have to record in trading profit and loss and balance sheet. And let us go and discuss the next item. Next item, after this carriage inwards, next item, if you see the next item in the line, so what item we have here? Actually we have investments. Where we show investments, 10,000 are there. You can see students, 10,000 are there. So where we show investments, investment is asset, one of the asset. So we should record under assets, investments 10,000. Let us go and record in the balance sheet on asset side. Okay, because investment is asset. Asset side I am recording. How much my investments? 10,000. You can see that the value is 10,000. So I am recording 10,000 here. Okay, hope it is clear. Let us go to question and let us discuss next item. Here if you see, next item is what? Next item is patents. Students, you can see one by one I am recording. So after investments we recorded. Next one is patents. So patents, how much we have? 7,000. You can see 7,000 we have for patents. Okay, 7,000 rupees. So patents is what? It is asset. Patents is asset. I have shown while discussing formats also. Patents is asset ma. We should record under assets. Let us go and record under assets. Patents. How much we have for patents? Patents value is how much? 7,000. Let us record 7,000 here in the amount column. Okay. So here 7,000. Hope this is clear for everyone. Let us move to question again. Let us see the item and let us record in the proper place. And next item is after patents. Next item is salaries. Next item is what? Next item is salaries ma. You can see after patents what is the next item? It is salary. Okay, so salaries. Salaries amount is how much? 1,300. You can see salary. Salary is how much ma? 1,300. You can see that. Where we write salaries, we record salaries in profit and loss account. And we should see whether we have any adjustment or not. Okay, so here let us see whether we have any adjustment or not. Because if you have any adjustments, that should be taken into account. So related to salary, we don't have any adjustment. If you see, closing stock is the first adjustment, outstanding stationery is the second adjustment, depreciation on machinery is the third one, bad debts fourth one, prepaid wages fifth one. Prepaid wages already we discussed, we recorded. Closing stock also we recorded. And remaining how many adjustments are there? Remaining 3 adjustments are there. Outstanding stationery, depreciation on machinery, and bad debts. These are the 3 adjustments that we have to record. Okay, we don't have any adjustment related to that item what we are going to write now. Okay, salary item, we are going to record salary now, and we don't have any adjustment for salaries. Okay, so where we write salaries, students? In profit and loss account, debit side. Just now we recorded patents. Now we are going to record salaries. Where we record salaries? In profit and loss account, debit side. Always salaries in the profit and loss account, debit side only. 2. Salaries, we don't have any adjustments, so we will record salary amount in the amount column directly. We are not going to record any adjustment. Salaries, what is the amount of salary here? 1300. You can see in the question how much we have. 1300. Let us record 1300 in the amount column. Because we don't have any adjustment, directly we can record that in the amount column. 1300. That's all. We recorded 1300 rupees salaries in the amount column. And next, what we are going to do is, we are going to record next item. What is the next item in our question? Next item is legal expenses. You can see next item is what? Legal expenses. You can see here. I will show. Next item is legal expenses. That is how much? 600. Okay, 600 is a legal expenses next item. So where we show legal expenses, we record legal expenses in the profit and loss account, debit side. In the beginning of the class, I discussed with you formats and important items that you have to remember. So there are so many items in the format, you need not remember all those, and important items you should remember. I have given in the beginning of this class. So if you go through that, easily you can identify the items. Here we have legal expenses. Legal expenses we should show in profit and loss account, debit side, that is 600. Let us go to profit and loss account, students. Let us record in the profit and loss account, debit side, 2 legal expenses. How much? 600. We will write 600 here. Okay, so one time we recorded. And next item, what is the next item here? Next item is insurance. Insurance, how much we have? 800. Next item is insurance. So this insurance also we record in profit and loss account, debit side only. I discussed with you at the time of discussing formats, and we don't have any adjustment for that. And let us record that insurance 800 rupees in the profit and loss account, debit side. Let us record here. Okay, 2 insurance. So how much we have insurance here? 800. Let us record 800 in the amount column. Okay, and this also we finished recording. Let us go to next item. What is the next item here? Next item you can see here, that is drawings, students. After insurance we have drawings. Okay, next item is drawings. So where we show drawings? Always we should deduct drawings from capital. Students, here we have drawings, you can see. Okay, drawings we have to deduct from capital always. So whenever we write capital, that time we will deduct drawings without forgetting. Drawings is 1000, we will deduct while writing capital and keep it aside. And next one is debtors. So debtors 12,000 rupees. Debtors we record in the balance sheet on asset side. And we should see any adjustments do we have or not related to debtors. Here if you see, there is one adjustment for debtors. Okay, what is that? Always remember, students, debtors adjustments are bad debts, provision for bad debts, provision for discount on debtors. These are the adjustments for debtors. If you find these adjustments for debtors, whenever you write debtors item, you should not forget. You should adjust that adjustment also along with the debtors. Okay, so here we have bad debts here. You can see 4th adjustment. We have bad debts here. So bad debts we are going to record now along with the debtors. Here you have bad debts. You can see, students. Hope that is visible to everyone. So bad debts 500 rupees. So bad debts are related to debtors. So debtors we record in the balance sheet. Okay, on the asset side. But the bad debts we should record 2 times because that is given in adjustments. One time definitely it will appear in the balance sheet. Since it is related to debtors, we are going to deduct from debtors. but first time it will appear in the profit and loss account debit side. I am repeating that. Not only bad debts, debtors related all three adjustments will appear in the same places. Bad debts, provision for bad debts, discount on debtors. These three will appear in the same places if it is given in adjustments. First place is profit and loss account debit side. Second place is you are going to deduct from balance sheet, and in the balance sheet you are going to deduct from debtors. Okay, whenever you write debtors, under that you should deduct that item. So these are the two places for these adjustments. But in this problem they have given bad debts, so we are going to show only bad debts and debtors. Okay, these two debtors are given in here in the trial balance, so we are going to show one time and we will show in the balance sheet. Okay, 12,000 rupees debtors and bad debts 500 students. Let us record that. Okay. So is it visible? So there was some disturbance. Yeah, I will continue that. You can see. So debtors we are going to write in the balance sheet. Okay, let me write in the balance sheet debtors. How much debtors we have? Debtors. So debtors, since we have adjustments, debtors amount it is 12,000. We are going to record inside. Okay, whenever we have any adjustment, we should record item amount inside always. Okay, we have bad debts adjustment that is related to debtors. So debtors amount we should write inside compulsorily. Let us record debtors amount inside, that is 12,000 rupees. Next, under that adjustment should be recorded. What is adjustment? Bad debts. Bad debts 500 rupees. Okay, so bad debts 500 rupees is there, but bad debts we are going to record first in the profit and loss account debit side. Let us record in profit and loss account debit side that bad debts to bad debts amount is 500. Second time we are going to deduct it from balance sheet. Okay, let me deduct it from balance sheet minus bad debts 500. So if you deduct, we will get one value that should be recorded in the amount column. If you want to write, you can write inside once and you can record in the amount column again. So 11,500. Okay, so 11,500 we deducted. Bad debts we should write one time in the profit and loss account debit side. Just now I have shown how to write it. And next we are going to record in the balance sheet under assets from debtors. I deducted that 500 rupees from 12,000 and now we are getting 11,500. Okay, let us move to next one. Next item. After debtors, next item is, here we have next item, that is discount. Okay, discount, where we write discount 750, here we have, you can see discount 750. So discount, whenever we get discount, you should not get confusion. If discount is given on the debit side, in profit and loss account you have to record on debit side. If discount is given on credit side, you have to record in profit and loss account credit side. Here they have given discount on the debit side 750, so we will record in profit and loss account debit side. Let us go to profit and loss account and let us record it. 2 discount. So how much it is? Discount 750. Let us record 750 here. I am recording in amount column 750. Okay. So next item. Next item is printing and stationery. You can see next item, printing and stationery. It is how much? It is 1400. So printing and stationery we always record in profit and loss account debit side, because that is office related item. Office related expenses we record in profit and loss account debit side, and I mentioned this in the format also. So 1400, and we should check whether we have any adjustment or not. So you check here, we have an adjustment here. Second adjustment is related to the stationery, outstanding stationery. They have given here outstanding stationery, you can see. So outstanding stationery 600 rupees. Closing stock already we completed. Okay, prepaid wages, fifth one also we completed. Bad debts also just now we finished. So what left here? Outstanding stationery and depreciation on machinery. Outstanding stationery we are going to record it now, because it is related to printing and stationery. Always outstanding should be added, prepaid should be deducted, students. Okay, outstanding should be added, prepaid should be deducted. So printing and stationery is how much here? 1400, and we will record that in the profit and loss account. Okay, printing and stationery in the profit and loss account, and this outstanding, what is that? Outstanding stationery. So that also we will record now. Okay, so let us go to profit and loss account. Let us record printing and stationery 1400 here in the profit and loss account. Debit side we should show, and there is a clue that they have given in question also, debit side in the trial balance. So you too have to write on the debit side of profit and loss account. 2. Printing and stationery 1400, and under that we are going to record the adjustment. What is adjustment here? That is outstanding stationery. Outstanding always should be added, students. So I am adding outstanding. If you want to write, you can write completely outstanding stationery. Okay, so outstanding stationery, how much they gave? They gave 600. So let us record 600 under that. Why we added? Because always outstanding should be added, prepaid should be deducted. So here I added outstanding stationery. So if you want to write, you can write that addition down, but I am writing that amount, total amount in the amount column 2000 rupees. 1400 plus 600, 2000. Okay, so in this way we record it, but whenever any adjustment is given, it should be recorded 2 times. Outstanding stationery is an adjustment. One time we added here, second time we should show in the balance sheet. Outstandings always should be shown on liability side. Let us go and record this outstanding stationery 600 rupees. This is adjustment. It is given in adjustment. So always adjustment should be shown how many times? 2 times. One time we added here. Why we added? Because that is outstanding. We added in the profit and loss account. Why in the profit and loss account only? Because printing and stationery we show in profit and loss. That is why that adjustment also we recorded in profit and loss account. Debit side we added. Okay. Second time we should show that outstanding stationery in the balance sheet on liability side, because outstanding always appears in the balance sheet on liability side. Now came to liabilities. Let us record here outstanding stationery. How much it is outstanding stationery? It is 600. Okay, that much only is given in the adjustment. So we recorded outstanding stationery 600. Let us move to next one. So in the question, printing and stationery finished, and next item is machinery. Okay, so machinery is 6000, students. You can see 6000. Machinery value is 6000. So machinery we are going to record under balance sheet asset side, but there is adjustment also for machinery. You can see depreciation on machinery. Here we have an adjustment. What is that for adjustment? What is the adjustment here? for this, that is depreciation on machinery. So machinery is there in the trial balance, we will record that in the balance sheet, but here we have adjustment also for that. Adjustment is depreciation on machinery. So depreciation is given in adjustments, we should show two times, one time in profit and loss account debit side, second time in the balance sheet we are going to deduct from machinery. So let us show machinery first. This 6,000 rupees in the 6,000, hope that is clear. Can you see? Okay, machinery 6,000 first we will record in the balance sheet, then later we will record depreciation on machinery 10%. Okay, machinery value is how much? 6,000. Let us go and record in the balance sheet now. It is our balance sheet. Always machinery we show in the balance sheet asset side. Machinery, how much we have? 6,000. Since we have adjustment for machinery, we will show that amount in the inside. Okay, so next, what is adjustment? Depreciation 10%. So always depreciation adjustment we are going to write first time in the profit and loss account debit side. We will record in the profit and loss account debit side first. Let us go and record in profit and loss account debit side 2. Depreciation on machinery. So how much percentage? 10%. Okay, it is how much? It is 10%. So we should calculate that. How we are going to calculate? What is the value of the machinery? 6,000. Just now we took. Okay, 6,000 into 10 divided by 100. So we get how much? We get 600. So 600 is a depreciation. We record 600 in the amount column. That is a depreciation. Since depreciation is given in adjustments, we should show two times. One time we recorded in profit and loss account debit side. Second time we should deduct from machinery. We will deduct from machinery. Where we recorded machinery? We recorded in the balance sheet. So we are going to balance sheet and we are going to deduct that under machinery minus depreciation. Okay, so how much depreciation we actually found out? It is 600. We will record 600 here, and 600 we are going to deduct from 6,000. So how much we are getting here? We will get 5,400. So 5,400 we are going to write in the amount column, because 5,400 that we are going to get if we deduct 600 from 6,000. If you want, you can write inside once and second time in that amount in the amount column. I'm directly writing in the amount column 5,400. So that adjustment and that item all finished. Let us go to our debit side. All items finished, students. Let us go to credit side. Here we have credit side some items. What items we have credit side? First item is sales. So sales already we completed. What is the first item? Sale. Sale we already completed. Okay, we already recorded first in the trading account credit side. So sales completed, don't write sales. Returns, next item is what? Returns. This returns also we recorded. What returns it is? If any returns are appearing on the credit side, that return is known as purchase returns. So purchase returns already we recorded. Where we recorded that purchase returns? In trading account debit side. We deducted from purchases. This 800 rupees. Again don't write. Okay, already we recorded. Once you record, that's finished. All items which are appearing in trial balance, we should record only one time. If any item is appearing in the adjustments, we should record two times. So this is finished. And next item is capital. Capital we will record. Capital, next item is capital. Capital we record last. Okay, capital and drawings also we discussed. So both we will write last. Keep it aside. Next one is creditors. Creditors we will record in the balance sheet on liability side. Let us go and record in the balance sheet on liability side. Creditors. How much we have creditors? 4,250. Let us record 4,250 here. Okay, so next let us go to next item. So our next item is discount, students. Next item is discount 800. So Next item, discount. Discount is how much? 800. So whenever any discount is given, sometimes they give discount on the debit side, sometimes on the credit side. If discount is given in the question on the debit side, you should record in the profit and loss account debit side. If that is given on the credit side, you should record in the profit and loss account credit side. Okay. So now discount is appearing on credit side in the question, so we too have to record in the profit and loss account credit side. So discount is how much? 800. Let us record in profit and loss account credit side. Okay. By discount, how much discount we have here? 800 rupees. Let us record 800 here. in the amount column. Okay, let us go to question. So all items we recorded till discount we finished. Okay, but what actually we did not record? Capital and drawings. Capital 40,000. Capital amount how much? 40,000. We did not write it. And drawings 1,000 are there. Debit side already we discussed. Okay, those two we did not write. Let us write, because all items finished, and last we are going to write capital and drawings. Capital 40,000 and drawings 1,000. Where we write capital? We record capital in the balance sheet. So drawings also we should record in balance sheet. Okay, so let us record capital. Capital 40,000. Under that, drawings we should deduct more. Okay, so drawings 1,000. So if you deduct 1,000 from 40,000, you will get 39,000. We will record inside only, because there are some other adjustments, and profit and loss account answer we are going to carry here to the balance sheet, and we are going to adjust to capital. That is why we should record this amount inside only, 39,000 inside. And next, if you see the question, all items we recorded. Okay, all we finished. And adjustments also, all adjustments completed. Next, what we are going to do? We are going to balance all the accounts. We recorded all items. We are going to balance the account. First, go to trading account, students. Whenever you balance, you first go to trading account. Okay, you should write totals in the total columns. But how to total it here? First of all, you should add debit side amounts. Here we have debit side, no? Debit side. These all we should add. Okay, debit side values. So in amount column, debit side whatever amounts we have, that should be added. You check the totals here. Debit side how much we have? Debit side first we have 1,000 rupees. 1,000. Next one 10,200. Next one 2,500. Next one 1,000. Okay, total 14,700. We have 14,700 on the debit side. Let us go and add credit side also. Credit side, if you see, two amounts are there. If you add these two, 19,000 plus 2,100, you will get 21,100 credit side. Okay, so if you observe the totals, debit side 14,700, credit side 21,100. So which total is more? Credit side total is more. So whatever more amount we have, that should be recorded in totals both the sides. So I am writing 21,100 both the sides in totals. Both the sides we should write more amount only in totals. I too recorded more amount both the sides in totals. Okay. And come to less amount side. Where we have less amount? Debit side. Let us go to debit side. And we record answer. What is the answer that we are going to record here? Answer is to gross profit. Gross profit carried down. Okay, gross profit carried down. How much? You deduct the amounts, total amounts. Debit side amount is 14,700. You deduct from 21,100. So you see how much you are getting. you will get 6,400. That is gross profit. 6,400 is a gross profit. Okay. So this is answer in trading account, because whenever we balance the account we will get the answer, and debit side amount is less, that is why we are getting gross profit on the debit side, that is 6,400. Hope that is clear, students. Okay, so gross profit is how much here? It is 6,000. I will show this clearly. You can see this gross profit 6,400, and this 6,400 gross profit we should record. We should go take it to profit and loss account, and we should show in the profit and loss account also. Let us go to profit and loss account and let us record there. But whenever we go to profit and loss, you see in trading account gross profit is appearing on the debit side. No, this is answer what actually we found out. Okay, this we should show in the profit and loss account on the credit side, because we are bringing it down. So here we will show as first item by gross profit, you should say brought down. Okay, gross profit brought down. How much that is? 6,400. Same amount we are going to write. Okay, so when first we have to bring that trading account answer to the profit and loss account, and we should record here on the credit side. Suppose if we get gross loss in the trading account, we will get on the credit side. Here we will write on the debit side. Hope that is clear for everyone. So now we are going to do totals of this. Okay, profit and loss account. And how to balance this account? First add the totals of debit. So how much it is? Let us check. 500 plus 1300 plus 600 plus 800 plus 500 plus 750 plus 2000 plus 600. Okay, total 7,050. So 7,050 we are getting on the debit side as total. Let us go to credit side. Let us add a credit side amounts also. How much we have? Two amounts we have. 6,400 and 800. Add these two. We get 7,200 on the credit side. Okay, now you tell me, credit side 7,200, debit side it is 7,050. Which is more? Credit side amount is more. 7,200 is more. So more amount we should write both the sides in totals. 7,200 and 7,200. Both the sides in totals. Okay. Here I think this color is very light. Let me dark it. Okay. 7,200. Both the sides in totals. And which side total is less? Debit side. Debit side amount is less. Let us go to debit side. We will record balancing figure that side only. Okay, how much we will get? We will get 7,200 minus 7,050. 150 we get. Okay, 150 we will record here. And we should name it as what? 2 net profit. That is the answer here. 2 net profit. Carried down. You can say carried down. Okay. So net profit is the answer in the trading. In the profit and loss account. And how much we are getting? 150 we are getting. And take that net profit to balance sheet. And you should adjust it to capital. Okay. So let us go to balance sheet and let us record in balance sheet that net profit. Already we left some space here in the balance sheet. So always net profit will be added, ma. Net profit you should add. So how much net profit we are getting? We are getting 150. So you add it and see how much you are getting. If you add, you will get, you can write here inside if you want, because we have space. 39,150. Okay, we get 39,150 here if you add. So that we can record in the amount column, 39,150. Okay, so now we are going to total the balance sheet also. So balance sheet totals, liability side only three amounts are there. One is 600, next one is 4,250, next one is 39,150. If we add all this, we are getting 44,000. Record 44,000 in totals. Okay, and liability side total is 44,000. And let us see what is the total of assets also. Let us do totals of assets also. Here you add all the amounts, 2,100, 6,000, 1,500, 500, 10,000, 7,000, 11,500, 5,400, and total is 44,000. So record that. Here we don't get any balance carried down. So both the sides, liability side as well as asset side totals will be same always. Okay, we don't get any other balancing figures. Okay, so here our totals are same, 44,000, 44,000 both the sides. This is how we prepare balance sheet. Hope this is clear for everyone. So in case of any doubts, you can mention in the comment box so that I will explain that in the next class. So for today, I will end up this class. Hope you understood. Once again, happy Shivaratri to everyone. Okay, so thank you. If you understand this class, like the video, share it and subscribe the channel. Thank you.